right, so to bind a book, you're going to have many folios. Each folio has 3 or 4 signatures in it, and a signature is just one page, folded in half like this. Our first move is going to be to mark out our holes and poke them. You'll use a ruler, I've done this already, to mark out each of the holes, and then you'll use an awl or a needle just to poke through each hole. One thing that's really important is making sure that you have an even number of holes and that you poke each one right into the spine of your book, not into the sides either page, but directly into the spine. The more precise you are about that step, the easier it'll be to bind your book later on. All right, now we're ready to sew. So we take our needle and thread. We'll measure out a pretty long bit of thread, and then we're going to start on the outside of the spine, sewing in. So from the outside, I poke into that center fold. Make sure that your needle went all the way through to the middle of that center fold. And you'll pull it through almost to the end, but not quite. Just make sure that it doesn't go all the way through. I like to kind of just hold it with my pinky finger. And then you'll go in and out all the way to the top. So I'm going out here. And now I'm on the outside of my book, I poke back in. Sometimes it's tricky to get the holes. Now I'm back on the inside. Now you'll notice I didn't pull that stitch tight enough, so I'm going to make sure I pull it nice and tight there so that I have a nice tight stitch. When you're tightening, never pull backwards. Always pull in the direction you're sewing. If you pull backwards, you run the risk of ripping your page. So go all the way through to the top. And out the top hole. So at the top of our book, if we've done it right, we will end up on the outside. So this is the outside of our fold here. So I started on the outside, I ended up on the outside. I'm going to just tighten it by pulling in the direction that I sewed, not pulling back against it, but just sort of tugging a little bit in the direction I sewed, leaving just a short little tail here. It doesn't have to be too long. I'm going to tie that off next. All right, that's my top signature. This is the front of my book. I now want to add the signature that follows, the second signature in the book, the one that goes right behind. This is a blank book, so it wouldn't matter which one I add, but for you with words in your book, then it really does matter which one you're going to add next. So do be really careful about which signature follows which one. Okay, I'm going to be sewing between the two signatures. It's really helpful to have a friend help you with this part because you're going to want to sort of hold both signatures open at once. It's trickier to do on your own, but my helper here is my daughter and she's videoing, so she can't help me with this. What you're going to do is I'm starting in the first signature, but I'm coming out of that one, and I'm going to go into the second signature from the back at the top, right across. So this stitch is going to go between the two signatures and they'll hold them together at the top. See how it's just a tiny little stitch across from one hole to the adjacent hole. You can barely even see it on the outside. Now I'm in the inside of the second signature. I poke out through the next hole down. And now I'm on outside land again. As soon as you get to the outside, you're going to switch signatures again. So I'm going back over to the first signature, doing just a tiny stitch across the back here. So I'm just crossing from my current hole that I came out of into the first signature. And I pull this all the way through. Just check to make sure you've done it nice and tight here. So I'll just double check. Am I pretty tight in my second signature? Yes, I am. So I'm inside now, the first signature. I'll show you what that looks like here. You see that top stitch is the one that I did on the way up. Now I'm on the way down. So I'm going to be filling in these unsewed gaps as I go down. It's kind of a good way to check if you got it right, if your gaps are filled in as you go. So we're going to poke out this next hole into the outside land again. And as soon as you get to the outside, you switch signatures. So every time you emerge to the outside of your spine, you should be switching signatures. So I sew into the adjacent signature. Again, a tiny little stitch across. And I'm over into that second signature in my book. And sometimes a little knot forms like that, and then you just have to undo it. Thread can be a little sneaky like that. And you just pull it through. You can see I'm making it nice and tight here. I'm back on the inside of the second signature, and I continue to sew down. This is a top. I'm just continuing to sew towards myself. So I go down one more stitch, pull that through, go over to the first signature again, pull that through, and then I'll go down one. Now, I want to make sure that I'm staying tight here. Looks pretty good. So go down another stitch. And you can see I've filled in another stitch in the center. So all these ones are now filled in my first signature. My thread has emerged on outside land here, which means that I'm ready to switch signatures. I go back into the second signature. And pop out the next hole. So just down one stitch. So again, notice in the second signature, I do one stitch down and then I'll have a gap. One stitch down and then a little blank spot, another stitch down. That's because I'm going to be filling those in when I add the third signature. So don't worry about those blank spots in the second signature. Poke through here. And I'll go down a hole. So now I filled in all the stitches in the first signature. I'm on the outside of my spine. That means I switch signatures. I go over into the second one. Or I'm saying signatures, I should be saying folios, because this is a whole set of a bunch of signatures together. I'm inside the second folio. I poke out through the spine, and I'm finally at the bottom. Now, I might be tempted to just go ahead and add the third signature now, or third folio now, but I won't. I need to tie these two together, otherwise your book will be floppy right here, right? We don't want that. So we're just gonna tie a completely normal knot. We usually do a double knot. So I just twist these through. The type of thread we use for bookbinding is kind of waxy and slippery. So, and that's intentional so it doesn't catch on the paper. It is really finicky to use, so I'm sorry that it may cause you trouble in your knot tying. So tie that nice and tight. Do a double knot, so that was just once through. Do it again so that it stays. There. We've got a nice tight book for our first two signatures on there. So there's the first one, or two folios. And here's the second one, needs all these gaps filled in. What do? Well, of course, we add our third folio. So just like before, we're going to be sewing in and out between the two folios. I stack the third one behind the second one. I'm going to attach the two together. I'm currently on the outside in the second folio. I just tied it off. So I go, every time on the outside, you're on the outside, you're going to be switching folios. So that means I need to go to the third one. So I go into the third and pull through. Just make sure it hasn't caught. Good. And then we're going to go up one stitch. Pull through. I'm on the outside. That means I'm switching folios. I'm never going to go back into the first one again. I'm always going to go into an adjacent folio So I go from 3 to 2, folio number 2 here. I'm going to stitch in through the spine into the center of 2, pull it all the way through. And if I've done it right, as I stitch up here, I should be filling in gaps, and I am here. This is good. So, oh, this one's sliding off. So just pull this nice and tight here. It's easier if a friend holds onto your folios so they don't slip away on you. You'll go up 1 stitch. So this bottom was already filled in from going between 1 and 2. Now that we're going between 2 and 3, we'll be filling in some more. So I filled that in the second folio. I'm on the outside now. I'm going to go into the third folio. So I'm switching just a tiny stitch across between the 2 folios to get into folio number 3. Oh, my string caught a little bit. So whenever that happens, you just kind of loosen any knots that formed and then pull through again. There we go. We got that all fixed up. And we continue to stitch up. So up 1, when you're on the inside, you're just going to be stitching up a single hole. Then we're on the outside again. Outside means I switch folios and I go to the adjacent one. So over to folio number 2 here. I know I need to be filling in gaps, and I can see I have a gap right here. So I'm going to keep stitching up. Fill that gap in and back on the outside. Go back over to folio number 3 and stitch upwards. And I'm on the outside. I need to switch back to go into folio number 2. So I'll make that tiny stitch across. And pull that through. Here's the inside of folio number 2. I can see I've got another blank here I need to fill in. I'll follow that and stitch upwards, almost at the top. Then let's go over to folio number 3. Just a tiny stitch across. Your stitches on the outside, except for that first time when you're going all the way up, your stitches on the outside will only be horizontal between adjacent folios. There'll never be any big fancy moves, just tiny horizontal stitches. We do our last stitch up to the top of folio 3, and ta-da, we're there. Okay, we want to add on folio 4. Before we do that though, we have to connect these 2, folio 3 and 2, otherwise this will look floppy here. To do that, it's a very simple connection. Sorry, drop my needle. You're going to just slide your needle under that stitch. Your needle never goes into any folio. It's actually just going in the space between folios 1 and 2. Just sliding it under, pulling that through, and that single stitch is enough to hold it tight to folios 1 and 2. Then you're going to add folio number 4, stitch down exactly the same way you connected 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. You just keep going all the way to the end. When you get to the end, you'll tie a knot off. And the knot, you do the same way that we actually just did the slip under. You slide your needle under that stitch here. And then you'll get a big loop here. Pull it till it's small. Then you see a small loop here. You're going to toss your needle through that loop to make a knot. And then pull your knot nice and tight. And just for extra measure, let's do it twice. So we'll slip under that. Stitch again, makes us a little loop, and then just poke your needle through the loop and pull it nice and tight to make it a knot. And then you're done, and you have a beautiful book. You can cut this thread off so that it's much shorter. You'll have more thread than you need. You should have more thread than you need. And then you can read your book. If you'd like to trim up the edges, you can do so with a paper cutter. Just chop off the edges. That'll make it nice and tidy and easier to flip through. And enjoy your beautiful book.
Thanks for watching.